For something different today, I decided to go for a hike. This is on the drive up through Maple Canyon. I'm on the way to Box Canyon, and I'm hoping to climb all the way to the back up to the waterfall and climb up the waterfall. I've been back that far, but I've never been able to go up the waterfall. So that's my goal for the day. Maple Canyon is just towering cliffs of conglomerate rock, and it's really well known for rock climbing, which is not something that I do, but it's really cool to go in this slot canyon. It's like a slot canyon, but it's not really, I guess, and see all the walls just on either side of you. It's just a really cool hike, and you don't get that in too many places. This canyon takes you through towering walls and giant boulders that you have to crawl underneath to get to the other side of, and ladders to climb and ropes. It's just really a lot of fun. Welcome to Maple Canyon. Towering walls of conglomerate rock. I've never been in here when there's no one else in here. There's usually rock climbers here and lots of other people just walking. And it's hard to find a place to park, but today it was easy. There's no one out there. I almost missed it because there's always people there, so I know where to pull over. I'm gonna see if I can make it up to that cave there. Well, I'm pretty close, but I don't think it's a good idea to do by myself because this is pretty steep here. I'm gonna turn around, but it's a pretty view from here too. But I came up this far, so I didn't do too bad. I'll have to come with somebody else at some point. Well, I've come down about halfway, and this part feels very sketchy. I have to go backward. And that part I did not do would have been even more sketchy, so I'm glad I didn't do it. Okay, I got down. That last part was a little scary. Look at the beautiful rocks. There's all kinds of rocks in here. And they appear to be river rocks because they're smooth and there's like no handholds on them. There's a little river down the main walkway. And there's some moss. I've never seen this river. There's some moss, so I gotta be careful where I take my steps. Well, I had wet shoes in that last section, and I had to climb up a rock, a big rock. Not quite as big as that one, but, well, from the bottom up to this platform. And since my shoes were wet, I was just slipping all over the place. So I'm gonna climb up here under the rock. I'm not sure which is the easier way. I can't remember. Whew. I feel like I'm coming out of a cave. Well, I crawled through that hole, and I think that was the wrong decision because it doesn't look familiar. I mean, I know I'm in the right area, but I think I'm gonna crawl through here, go on the other side. Well, I came down through there thinking I could go up this side, but no. And I did my best to keep my shoes dry walking across the little river. So I'm gonna go back across, go back to the other side and through the little hole. Also, I don't remember all of this stuff. Okay, I'm leaving my backpack there. I tried to get up the wall with it, and it's just, it destroys my center of balance. Well, I'm not very strong in the upper arms, so I'm a little nervous to go down, but I know I've done it before. Well, I made it up the next bit of a sketchy part. Oh, it's all wet. I was gonna try to climb the waterfall because that's why I came back here, was the waterfall. I've never been able to climb it because I always came with the boys, but when it's wet, it's too slippery. Anyway, I can see now it's quite steep, so I wouldn't do that alone anyway. But now, it's time to make my way back down to a couple of scary spots. Okay, I moved the ladder so that you're not over here on this wall with the rope pulling you over this way. So I think that's in a better spot. That's what I used to get up here. Anyway, it's a pretty long drop, so really hope I don't fall down. Look at that cool rock. Okay, I don't think I came this way because that is a very tight squeeze with a backpack on. But it's an easier way if I can do it. But I think I'm just gonna do the other way. Okay, I remember now. I came through this hole, which was hard to do with the backpack on, but it was doable. Oh, my camelback just exploded. I pushed the mouthpiece with my knee. a tight squeeze. Not much room in there. I made it up this one. It's a little steep, but there's a lot of handholds and footholds. But that rock there, with the little ladder beside it, that's the one I climbed down. And then that stack of rocks there, I had to climb underneath and through a hole, that hole there, to come out. And I've got another even smaller hole I got to get through to get back to the other side. And here's the little cave I made it to. Not really much of a cave. But there's my downhill. There's a lot more rocks sticking out to hold on to and to put my feet on, but there's no moss, or very little moss anyway. So I got up easily and hoping I can get down just as easily. I've been pretty impressed. I don't think I came up this way. Let me look on the other side. I've been pretty impressed. Haven't seen any trash at all. The only man-made things I've seen in this canyon are the ropes and the ladder. Let's see, did I come this way? I don't think I came this way. I must have gone on that first one I went to. All right, let's look again. Can you hear the bird? I've done some serious knee bends on this hike. And my left knee is the one that gives me more problems, and I'm feeling it. Oh, I thought I was done climbing under a rock, but I've got one more. The wind funnels up this canyon, but it actually feels pretty good. It's kind of hot with my jacket on, but I don't have anywhere to put it, so I've just left it on. There's another trail, it's called the Loop Trail, and there's an arch in there, and I've never done that one. I was hoping to do that today, but I didn't have enough time today, because I'm gonna go work in the food truck in just a little bit. So I'm gonna have to just get to my car and drive home. But this has been really enjoyable and a nice change. I haven't done any hiking this summer. I'm still just astonished that there's nobody here. The weather's still beautiful. There's not really much in the way of fall colors anymore, not in this canyon. But there's still plenty of fall trees out on the road. Look at that. How gorgeous. Whoa. Oh my gosh, almost fell. Watching the trees instead of where my feet are going, and this ground is rocky. Something just fell out of a tree. I think it was a squirrel. Not sure. Well, back to my car. So that's it for this hike. I'll see you next time. And until then, get outside. Do something fun. Do something different. And do it before the weather turns and it's not as enjoyable. Well, I didn't know where the parking spot was, so I just drove up the road to see if I could find it. And I found it. There is a pit toilet right there. And recent bear activity and area. Well, I guess if I come up here, I've got to bring my bear spray. So this is a different trail that goes this direction. This canyon is just amazing. It's not like any of the landscapes around it. This is right near where I ride my bike, but I never see any of this stuff, not even from the road. Well, I was thinking about maybe biking up here, but this says it's not suitable for biking because of steep grades and loose soils. So it would just be a hike. Look at that wasp nest, it's huge.